Oh, hi. Look at this little sucker. A very stylish, modern backpack that does something a lot of us are craving these days. It's actually a camera backpack. Don't stop there. It's not just for cameras. In fact, it's completely customizable outside of cameras as well. But it's also made from great material. In this case, it's leather. It's not the only option it comes in. And it has a nice stylish aesthetic. It's sort of modern, big boy, big girl kind of bag. And it has a bag look that doesn't scream, I have thousands of dollars worth of camera equipment in here. What's up, everybody? My name is Chase Wardman Reeves, and I help people find gear that will actually work for them in their work, in their lives, gear that matters for works and lives that matter, because we're literally in space. Like, we're just spinning in space. Okay, all right, let's get back in the bag here. Maybe a little retail therapy is what's in order, huh? It's fun sometimes to buy some stuff, who knows? Let's check out maybe this, because, you know, anything that gets our mind off of the incessant questioning and curiosity about our very existence. Okay, a couple things to know about this bag here, okay? It is actually designed as a camera bag. However, it is customizable as a daily carry bag as well. And I have found that I've liked using this in both situations. First thing I want you to know, several external access pockets, quick access pockets, or first order access or accessibility spots, all right? We've got a front pocket right here, which just opens this up. I keep my glasses case in there, maybe a little, you know, like the little tiny in-ear Bluetooth headphones. We've also got a pouch on the side, okay? Where I keep, you know, cannabis in oil form, a 1-to-1 CBD THC, helps you get your head a little right. Also have just a little CBD guy. You know what? Sometimes daddy needs his medicine. This is a disclaimer. I do not recommend drug use of any kind. Another disclaimer, actually, if you want to do drugs, like, do drugs, but be really smart about it, because it can get kind of hairy. Now, you also have on the top of this bag, this whole pocket right here actually is a pocket that goes down right to here with a removable divider, which I'll show you once we get inside. But this pocket, it's that medium-sized pocket on the top of the bag. Dude, love that. Now, this bag was actually designed in collaboration with feedback from actual professional camera photo shooter people, okay? And it's taken very seriously, the construction of it is. So here's inside the bag, more on this in a second. As you can see, all of this is customizable, and I've got it set up in a pretty funky way, looking right here, but it's actually perfect for how I set that camera that I'm filming on inside of here with all the gear that I need for it. Okay, let me walk you through this real quick. We've got an organization sort of zipper pouch right here that has nothing inside, just a nice pouch. Throw my external hard drive, my Apple mouse in there. Then check out behind that another panel which goes down. All right, I'm always checking to see if it goes down. It does go down. It goes down. And I put my keyboard in there because it goes down. Then up here, here's our laptop compartment, okay? Great laptop compartment, just fine. Keeps yourself, you know, protected. It's not raised up off the bottom of the bag very much. Some of you are gonna wish you had more protection for your laptop. I, on the other hand, felt fine with it. You got leather and padding all around this sucker and a really robust sort of padded back panel as well. Now, as I mentioned, all of this in here is customizable. I've got it set up for my own thing. They're Velcro and they're really, you know, have you ever gotten a camera thing and felt really, really cheap ones? Have you ever, you know, like really, really, really cheap? Like, oh, that's fucking super cheap, dude. I kind of wish it was better than that. These are great. These were actually designed in collaboration with some actual photographers, like I mentioned, and they wanted it to be as thin as possible, but with enough padding to actually keep things like really expensive lenses from getting, you know, scratched and hurt too much. Okay, so I like these. They feel solid. I've set them up one time and they've never come loose. You'll see there's Velcro that kind of like, can you see how, I don't know, how am I gonna show you this? Like, there's certain parts of it that might not look super fancy on the outside, frankly. You know, they're like when you're looking at it. I haven't cared at all because the quality of this, the Velcro-y sort of stuff all stays in put, and the padding and just the tactile quality is there. And my gear feels safe and sound, and there was enough organization for me just to totally, I mean, I even got 2 layers of shit in here. Like I've got a bunch of batteries behind there, and then that's where like my chargers go. One of the great things about something like this is you can customize it however you need to carry. Now, a lot of you photographers are used to that, and some others, maybe you're not that used to it, and you don't need to bring that much gear because, let's be honest, yeah, I just need my phone. But for those of us who want other cameras, like I do video stuff a lot like that, and then also my Fuji X100T, which I love, but I always have just on a string around my body. I just leave that out. A setup like this can just mean you have everything that you need when you go out to do your thing. And it's nice to have that. The headphone splitter, where's that, right? Little things like that. Now, not only is this side customizable, but so is this. This is a shelf right here that actually is removable. It has some buttons in there that hold it in along with Velcro. Now, I've left it in, even though my Roost laptop stand is a little too tall for that. I found that even with my laptop in there, I can close it up just fine. I just left that in, kind of crunching on that. I don't really care. And it's worked really well. I like this shelf because that's what enables this whole top, sort of what I call the medium-sized pocket on a bag, which is great. Throw in your headphones, throw in your smoke sack, throw in your always need you, never wanna see you Belroy pencil case. Check the link in the description below for the time code for that. But this is always need you, never wanna see you. All my dongles, all my little adapters, all my little things in one little pouch that I can. You ready for this? I know some of you are ready for this. Some of you are not ready. That I can just lay right there on my desk like this. I can plop it out, and I've got everything I need. I might have like an Apple Pencil for my iPad in here. Might have my adapter thing for my MacBook Pro. It doesn't have any fucking ports on it, okay? All of these kinds of things just go straight into that top pocket, so I can just grab and go. The number of times I've just grabbed this smoke sack right out of there, it's been killer. And you can also access that back pocket through here, right here. When you're open like this, you can grab this, open it up, and now you're into that pouch. You'll see you have some organization, little poochy pooch over here on both sides. You'll also see on the back side here, there's a zipper. I put my notebook in, and I've got a zipper that goes down the front of the bag a little ways. This whole panel in here, the top, this shelf right here, all of this stuff is made out of that Velcro stuff. So you can, I think, set it to go all through the bag. Again, I have not. I've left that shelf there because I so love that medium pocket access. Then there are some comfortable straps. Nice, very, very padded. And then you've got this back panel, which has that injection molded sort of foam. I think that's what it is. And it's got tons of breathability back here. So for all you sweaty dongle Rodneys, this thing has you covered really well. But that's not it. The last little thing I want to say in this section here is there's a zipper on the bottom, where you will find 2 things. Number 1, a little pouch here, which is actually for, imagine this is a tripod. Imagine, like the bottom of your tripod can slip into there. Then, check this out. Can you see in here, you see this little belt loop thing? That there's a cable or a piece of webbing going behind there. First of all, this belt loop thing is nice because it hides what you're about to see, which is this G-hook. And now you've got a strap, an accessory strap that can go around your tripod, click it in, so it's going down the front of your bag right here. So for those of you who are actually shooting, like actually, I have all my gear and I actually need a tripod, there's a way to do that here, but that's not all. But wait, there's more. There's also, because you have a bunch of camera gear in here, they've built in a rain fly for you. That is like, 100% rain proof and weatherproof that way. Just a total waterproof, water resistant thing. You cover it up with, you don't have to worry about little drips and drops getting in there. Pretty full feature right there. Okay, so it's actually designed as a camera bag, but I want you to know that it's great as a daily carry with the complete customizability of what's inside, both with the shelf and without the shelf. This thing is a stylish, for instance, like GoRuck GR1 guys who like love the GoRuck like sort of size and the feel of just like you open up this one front thing and now you've got this whole case inside just to fill up with stuff. If you took out all the organization inside and all the separators inside this thing, took all of this whole thing comes out, this zipper panel, the whole 9 yards, right? It all comes out. All you'd have is a big shell in here. A big shell on the front of a beautiful, like leather, really nice, very stylish kind of bag. Would work great with a suit, would work great like in the boardroom. This is where this bag really shines. And then for you photographers, you've got a dope looking bag that doesn't scream, I have multiple thousands of dollars worth of camera gear on my back. Now you should know that the bag comes in a few different sizes and a few different color combinations. So I think this is the 16 liter. I will confirm that in the description below or in the title of this video or somewhere once I hear back to the founder on which one he sent me. Okay, it comes in 16 liter and 14 liter. I think this is the 16. I think it's the 16, fits a 15-inch laptop, the whole 9 yards. It also comes in different colors. Not only is there a black leather, there's also a brown leather, and then there's a twill that's a little less expensive. We're gonna talk about the price in a second. Another thing to know is actually this is really cool. The maker of this bag is like a 5th generation, maybe even more than that, leather person, worker, entrepreneur. Okay, his like great grandpa or something sold leather to Leica back in the day and other camera manufacturers. And they've been making leather for a long ass time. And it shows in this bag. This is very subtle, supple leather. Very like soft and nice, like full grain, the whole, like it feels like it's nice. Now listen, leather isn't the most sustainable wear out there. It is a renewable, but it's like, in terms of your materiality, there's a lot that comes with a leather bag. One of the coolest things, of course, is that, you know, it breaks in over time. It has a patina, leather patinas. Some material degrades, leather patinas, or at least it has a possibility to. And I've been using this for several weeks now, and I love it. I haven't even scuffed it very much. One of the things the founder said was like, don't treat it like a piece of like silver or china. Like don't keep it really precious about it. This thing will break in so wonderfully over time. Really use it. Your gear is protected. That's one of the greatest things about the leather and then the padding that's sewn in on the inside. Anyways, serious leather pedigree on this thing. Now, I have been using this bag for a while. I have really liked using it. Here's some things that I've learned while using this bag. First of all, I got really used to using this thing, having this thing right next to me on the floor, and if possible, like this. If I can set this up on the ground right there, basically I pull everything out, you know, I open this up, I pull everything out that I need, and I keep this openable like that. So this is right next to me on the ground and I'm typing and working away and I might need like one of my bars or I might need like an adapter or something like that. It's all right there. One thing to note, these YKK zippers and the zipper pull, which I think is leather, but it actually might be a synthetic. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I imagine it's leather with this bag. They're great. They're really smooth. Like it just goes around so smooth. It moves really quick and easy. Killer. Another thing I noticed is organizing this, like it's, I mean, half of you who need a new camera bag, that you've been a photographer, especially you who have been a photographer for a long time, you're like, I don't want to get another camera bag just because I have to set it up. It's like all this work to figure out what size should everything be, what's the best way to set it up. So right here, I've had my water bottle was thrown right in there. My camera was right in here. My extra lens goes right, wide angle just goes right in there. This was that Rode shotgun mic with some beef jerky underneath. And then like I got a little pouch right here, which was for my chocolate and mushroom packets that I refill whenever I run out. But that way I just have a little thing for everything. And it can be a little bit of a bitch to set up when you're originally getting going. But like I said, I've got like the 2-layer thing where I had batteries for my camera and 9-volt batteries inside of here for my microphone. So I have everything I need when I need it. And it was totally hidden away. It's like I could totally forget it's in this bag. And then you have that moment where it's like, oh fuck, we don't have any batteries. Wait, did I put batteries in my bag? All the little organization throughout the bag. These two here, super good. Then these little guys. And then on the other side of this pocket, inside of the top, you know, medium-sized pocket, there's another one right here. Perfect size for like an iPhone charger with the cable wrapped up, that like a pair of headphones, like little in-ear headphones or something like that. One thing to note on that, Cecilia, people, is that my mesh here is getting a little funky because oftentimes I don't use this leather guy to hold my computer, and I got used to it because of this. This Velcro lines up right with that mesh. And so we get a little like that. So we might want to switch the kind of Velcro this is to the kind that just doesn't pull on the mesh. I don't mind it though. Something about, I like this company. I like the way they designed this bag. I like, you feel when you're using this bag, you're like, oh, there's something I fucking like about this. There's something well made about this. There's something well conceived about this. There's some sort of pedigree in the bag making here. It feels good. So a little thing like that is, it's weird. It's like almost endearing. It's like, yeah, that's the humanity in this bag. That's like them like not being like, you know, some, you know, billion-dollar company who's just fixed all the problems. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, I want all the problems fixed, but I like the bespoke kind of like humanity in a product like this. You know what? Ultimately, it's just so nice to have everything I need on my bag in a tight little box, right? Everything padded, protected from the elements, protected from like wear and tear and rubbing and roughing and rushing. And it's not a huge bag. It's easy for me to get through crowded spaces and stuff like that. I have seriously enjoyed using this bag. Now, we have got to talk about the price. The deal is this, it's about a $500 bag in leather. I mean, it's a little less than $500 in leather. Then they have a twill version where it's a little less than $400. So really insanity Sean Hannity for vast majority of people searching the web. Now, with that, you are getting something that is a very, you know, like I said, you know, the almost bespoke. It's not actually bespoke because it's a company that's making these and you're just buying them like off the line. But the thing is you're buying something that they don't make a million of these every year, number one. Number two, not very many people know about it. So you've got some status built into the bag in terms of just there's a little status there. Number three, the artifact itself is statusy, right? It's very well conceived. It's very beautifully like sort of wrought, isn't it? And the materials, also this fourth thing you're getting, the materials on this thing are natural, organic. They're gonna break in and break out over time, and it's only gonna get sort of more at home for you. That is like, oof, that's a big one. What are the things that are gonna break down on this bag? Oftentimes with bags, what breaks down is sewing into the straps right here. Zippers, we're using YKK, number one, high quality zipper. Everything is sewn in really great. This has a piece of leather just like reinforcing this whole connection back here. I think this bag lasts a really long time. I think the thing that breaks down first is maybe something on the inside, the lining. The mesh could get a little funky, but ultimately at that price, I think you're getting something that's gonna last a very long time just by nature of the materials and then the decisions they made in binding those materials together, the sewing and the way that they've reinforced the bag like that. Ultimately, I think this guy's gonna fucking last. Why? Because I have delighted in using this bag. Just the simple, handy, tangible, the way things feel on it is delightful every day. And I've got this theory that if you upgrade your daily carry bag, if you really use a daily carry bag every day for commuting or for work or for whatever, going to the cafe, maybe you're a digital nomad, maybe you're traveling full time. If you really use something every day, if that thing delights you in some meaningful way, some small but meaningful way, then your life will increase in well-being by an order of magnitude, by some measurable piece to you. You'll be like, oh man, this bag actually, I've used it every day. I feel like you just get a feel, like you just get that like, ah, fuck, man. And I'm glad these guys sent me this, because even though it's more expensive than a lot of you can afford out there, there are some of you who can't afford it, and to you, I say Godspeed. To you, I say Godspeed. If this does what you need it to do, don't balk at spending this kind of money on a bag that's designed this well with this good of materials, with this kind of story. And honestly, your dollar is your vote. You're voting for better made material like items. You're voting for maybe even a company with a little heart. I love that they partnered with photographers to design this bag. But maybe it's just a little retail therapy. Maybe you're just trying to quiet that incessant gnawing inside of you, the existential tremors of the curiosity of your very existence. Maybe you just need a camera bag. Now, I'll put a link to this guy below, and I will also, right below that, put a link to all my favorite photography accessories and bags, okay? I've got a page on my website just for that. I can't update this video. So if I find something I like as much or more than this in the future, I actually can't tell you about it here, right? I will have to put that on my website in that link. So whenever you're watching this, that's where you're gonna find my updated list of photography equipment that I think is worth you're wild. Because you do important shit in the world. God damn it, man. Especially when we're talking about photography stuff. I mean, some of you are working photographers. Some of you actually get your bread and butter that way. And some of you are just dads. Some of you just like how watching your kids grow up and be like, motherfucker, what is going on in life? Okay, so that is the Cecilia Mercator Camera Bag / daily carry bag made out of really dope, delicious leather from a company that seems to have like some serious chops and some real pedigree and lineage. What are you doing? How's your life? You probably have a bag that's fine right now, right? Getting to and fro is probably, you know, hey man, even a cheap shitty bag's good at that. So how important is the work that you're doing? Like, are you in it? Are you in it? Are you doing it? Are you kind of like slacking off? Man, I slack off a lot. Are you procrastinating? Are you in that spot where it's like, I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm like, what's next for me, or what I'm supposed to be about, or what I want to be about. Wherever you are, just know this. You are a human being. You are not human was. You are not human will be. You are a human being. Okay, it's almost as if you're stepping right now, you're the human that's stepping right now into what next. You're constantly stepping right now into what is becoming, okay? You are not static. You are not, encased in some concrete-like substance that's slowly hardening over time. I mean, your fascia, arguably, is exactly that, so maybe do some stretching. There is an enormous amount of just openness, freedom, and exploration for you. You get to choose so many things in your life. You get to make so many decisions. That doesn't, regardless of what social class you're in or what your background is or where you fall on the race, gender spectrum. I can't say that. I'm just a white guy. I've got an enormous amount of privilege in my life. That's why I'm here doing this, and I'm really grateful for it. But I'll be goddamned if it isn't a fucking chore every day to step into human being instead of human has been or human wish I could be. Every day you're stepping into it. You are dynamic. You are not static, and you're not encased in concrete, slowly hardening over time. You have a range of motion, and you have freedom. Take a deep breath. Smell that? Take it in. That is oxygen that you didn't make on a planet that you didn't create, let alone understand. Do you understand? Do you understand? Like, you are in a world that is a gift to you. Human being, not static, dynamic, freedom, big love, travel light. Talk to you guys.
Bagworks.co, jacereeves.net.
Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites.
Yeah,
I guess
wanting us
so.
to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that.
Yeah, looks nice.